It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Commanders and the reigning Super Bowl champs. All that and more coming up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And as we continue to grade players, especially quarterbacks, how about this young man, second year in the NFL, guided his team into the playoffs, and now he wants to show the world that they should buy in on him because he wants to evolve from that young quarterback to that true team leader that takes his team deep in the playoffs.
Now Campbell throwing to start the drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Campbell. And he comes back with one complete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun. Campbell. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
After the interception, here's Romo. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. On 2nd down, it's Jones. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Play action. It's Romo. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Jones with a nice burst there on 1st down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. Here's Romo now on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Barber is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on third down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And, you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Looking to throw. Campbell. This caught by Royal. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
An inside give. Here's Portis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Campbell now on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll give this up the middle to Portis. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Field goals, all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The give is to Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now a first down throw, Romo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Up the middle, Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Romo now to throw. For Kidder here, it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To the air again, Romo. And that will be incomplete. They do snap it. Now Romo. This little short throw to Winton. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Romo. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. On 2nd down, Barber. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They'll try and run here with Barber. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. On third down and short and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Campbell. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun, Campbell. And that's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up with safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Taken from just outside the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To throw on 2nd down is Romo. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Romo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now Romo. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Romo looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again is Romo. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Back to the air they go. Romo on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Romo. Eluding the press, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
They had taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And the pressure gets to Romo as he goes down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. To throw is Romo. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Operating from the gun, Campbell.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is. Here on third. Back to throw. Campbell. And this is caught. It's Parker.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, here's Portis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Campbell. Drops this one off to Portis. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. They hand it off to Portis. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's Campbell to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, obviously, the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Campbell. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And his kick is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. An inside give to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it here with Bortles. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now what a 1st down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure on the passer.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Romo firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Again, Romo. And maybe he hits him in stride. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Romo. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. On second down, here's Romo. This little short throw to Witten.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, was able to make the sure catch, and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
From the red zone now, Romo. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Romo throwing again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, here's Romo. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's... down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Campbell. And that is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Campbell. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down.
Romo here on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and they get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on.
Romo now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Campbell. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Campbell throwing on 1st down. And this is Parker, complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Back to throw.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Cowboys get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Romo gonna throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now Washington down by 2 touchdowns. 80 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. To throw is Campbell. Throwing to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And this is caught by Parker. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. This is caught inside the 15. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.